Good afternoon, good evening for those of you who are in the East Coast. Today is just going to be me. Marina is in a meeting, so I will be connecting with you guys today. So hello, Orna Carmeli. Hello, Irish Lux. Hello, Doll Maven. Hello, 324 Fines. Thanks for joining. Wow, it's busy evening today. Hello, Running from Genetics. So today, how's everyone doing today? So Bill, our live is going to be at 5:30 Pacific time now. So we've switched from morning to afternoon to the evening. Hello, Relove, Dre Sale Consignment. Sorry about that. So today we're going to talk about how to identify counterfeit sneakers. Hey, so Running from Genetics says just checking in before I go for a walk. Runaway Closet. Hello. C Smitty 311. Hello. Bill 324 Fines. Your house looks amazing. Can't wait to see the rest of it once you renovate it. With furniture and stuff. I'm excited for you guys. You have so much storage space, so it'll be really good for your business. So, I believe this was a request from Runway Closet. So we had a question when we did our bolo Saturday. We had a question about sneakers and how to spot fake sneakers. Good afternoon. Good evening, Variety Thrift. So we have done some research and we have identified a couple of key things that you guys can look for when you shop for sneakers. A lot of our, resellers, we know that Air Jordans are very popular. We know that Nikes are popular. So the thing is, we are a little bit scared to buy fake items because that's going to get us into trouble if we do sell something fake, right? So many years, like 15 years ago, I've had my eBay account shut down because I sold something that I didn't realize was fake. So here are some key points. So let us know, have you guys spot any fake counterfeit items? And what do you guys usually look for when you go shopping and when you're not sure if something is, legit or not? Put it in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have questions. This particular live is going to talk about Nikes in particular. So for those of you who are listening, if you could join our live on IG as well, if you need a visual, please do so. So the first thing is how to spot a fake Nike sneakers is that you look at the box. And this is something that I didn't think about, is looking at the box itself. If the box is available, you're gonna have to check on a couple of things. Yeah, so Relove Dre Sale Consignment said stitching is a big one. Yes, that's going to, we're gonna talk about that. 324 Fine says seams, usually sometimes the swoosh isn't quite right. That is the cool thing about Nike creating the swoosh because of the angles and how it is really hard to create a perfect swoosh. So that is certainly something to look for as well. Great point. So we're talking about the box. So when you look at the box, look at a couple of things. First is look at the font. Check to see if they actually use the right font. Look at the spacing of the font. So look at the condition of the box. Is it like a beat up box? Does it have scratches? Look at all kinds of flaws. So in this case, if you look at this picture, the counterfeit Air Force One box label has the Air Force 107 text looking a lot thicker than the text on the legit label. So something, when you go shopping, something you could do is really just Google a box, what the box looks like and what a Nike box looks like, right? So, and then you can compare it at the store. So Runway Closet said, not really sure, but I look Jordan fingers. I'm just afraid to buy from Goodwill. Yes, certainly there is a concern if you buy from Goodwill and you don't know where they came from. But that's why we're talking about this now, is that you can look at the details. So, good evening, Fabby Finds. So look at the font, look at the color of the box. So the color of the box label will never be a dark gray. If you look at this picture on the bottom, it's a dark gray label, and that does not exist. So that's certainly educational for me, and hopefully for you guys too. So the second thing to look for is the shape of the shoe and the material. Certainly here is an example of a fake Jordan and a real Jordan on top. In this case, the sticker in place of the hologram is off. The toe box extends upwards. So if you look on the bottom where the toe ends, it kind of extends upward. So that is the fake one. The material used on the pod should be smooth. The stitching on the pods is off. The carbon plate design is not right. So all those things, take those things into consideration. A couple more things is what you can do is go online and look for the real thing on Nike.com. Look side by side with the potentially fake shoe and compare. Definitely look at the stitching, look at the materials, and the smaller details. The sole also says a lot, so check out the sole of the shoe. Here's another example. Let's start with a Nike swoosh. So beginning with the Nike swoosh logo, below the Nike text, you could see how on the fake Nike Air Force One sneakers, the Nike swoosh is a lot longer than the logo on the authentic pair. So Bill was right. Look at the swoosh. Like, is it the right size? Is it longer? So you could totally see it in this case. Also, when you look at the text, where it says Air on the bottom, so look at the text and the spacing between each letter, and also look at the thickness of the word Air. Is it too thick? Is it too thin? So compare it with the actual logo and actual shoe. Another thing you could look at is the stitching. So the stitching of the Nike logo on the authentic pair on the left side is looking a lot denser, and it chants more quality. So quality is certainly what you're looking for. Anything fake, I don't believe they can meet the quality of the authentic shoe. So those are some pointers. And here is another example. So over here, you can look at the perforations, right? On top, the perforation there's a gap between the sole and the swoosh. Whereas on the fake pair, which is on the bottom, the perforation is actually like almost touching the sole. So that is obviously fake. So if they're just like, look at, when you have the shoe with you, look at if there is anything that look off, So that might raise some questions, right, for you guys. Here's another example. And that is looking at the toe box. So on top, which is the authentic pair, you could see how it kind of lands on the floor, on the ground, on the surface, pretty flat. Whereas the fake one, on the bottom, the toe box sort of look overinflated, which means the shoe looks too arched or curvy on the frontal area. So that is another way of spotting when it is fake. Interesting, right? I find this really interesting. Hello, Sarah Styles. Hello, Chic Sassy Retail. Hello, World Shops Co. Good evening, guys. You guys are on the East Coast. Hopefully you guys had a great day and are enjoying the evening. All right. So here's the next thing to look for. And that is pricing. So if it's too good to be true, if the pricing is too good to be true, definitely consider where the source is coming from, where you're buying from. You know, for example, over here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little bit of glitch. This is a screenshot from AliExpress. So this is a pair of Nike Air Foamposite 1 Galaxy, and it's currently retail for $220. But whereas on here, AliExpress, they're selling it for $56.80. So if the price is too good to be true, there may be an issue. They could be fake. So if you're shopping online, you want to source for Nikes, certainly make sure, check out the price, look at the comms, go on eBay, look at the comms to see if the price is comparable and competitive. Okay. The next thing is check the tag inside the shoe. So the tag says a lot. So number one, it talks about when the shoes were manufactured. Number two, it talks about the model number, where it was manufactured. So there are a lot of things you can check on Nike shoe tags. Over here, hello Denise Shears, good evening. Over here, you can check on a couple of things to see if it's fake or real. First, look at the font used. Are the fonts consistent? Are the spacing kind of weird looking? Does it look off? Are there typos on there? The second thing that you can look at is there's a website called thesneakerdatabase.com. And over there, you can put in the model number, and you could actually, once you put in the model number over the tongue of the shoe, it will tell you, it will show you a picture, and it will tell you when it was manufactured, it will tell you where it was made, and so that way you can compare it and clarify and see if the shoe is authentic. So if there are certain information that are not matching what's on the website, that means that pair of shoe would be fake. Hello Manny Aguilar 67, good evening. So here is another example of a fake label on Nikes. So on top would be the authentic version, and on the bottom would be the fake version. So it's missing quite a bit of information on the bottom, and like I said, go to that website, thesneakerdatabase.com, put in the model number, and it'll tell you all the information. Hello, Six Creative Concepts. Good evening. And so that is another way of checking if it's fake. So lastly, it's the weight. So this is something that you might be able to tell if you shop at Goodwill, is Nike shoes are usually pretty light. In most cases, they are lighter than fake ones. So if you, let's say you grab a pair of Nike shoe that is on the heavier side, that is an indicator that it could be fake. And from there, you can look at all the things that we talked about. Check on the box, check on the materials, check on the stitching, check on the swoosh logo, check on the pricing, check on the tongue, the model number underneath. And those are all the things and ways you could find if the sneakers are authentic or not. Six Creative Concepts Karen said, hi, darling. Hello. So Marina is in a meeting, and that is why she can't join us today. So we've went through 5 different points on how to spot a pair of fake Nike shoes. So when you guys go sourcing, you can look for all those things to make sure your item is legit. We had another IG live that did talk about counterfeit items, so if you guys want to check it out, that's mostly on clothing brands and things to check out. And then, last but not least, here is our little meme to wrap it up, is a pair of fake Nike flip-flops, and it's spelled Nkie. Sometimes I see Mike, that says Mike. Sometimes I see like. They're actually really funny, and it's so funny. I wouldn't mind owning a pair of those just to make fun of the fake shoes. But that's it for today. Hopefully you guys learned something. Again, just to wrap it up, look at the box, look at material, stitching, colors, fonts, look at pricing, look at the tag, model number, compare it with the website, and last but not least, check on the weight of the shoe. Thank you very much for joining. We will see you guys tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific time, PM, and hopefully you guys like what we went through today. Bye!